G'day everyone, Jason Haines once again, QPL Rural, with another look around the Riverina at what's been happening in agriculture in the last week. Well, if I haven't hayed off already, certainly the temperature we've been having this last week has certainly brought an end to the season with a pretty dramatic finish there. Plenty of hay still being baled around the area and headers now starting to roll, particularly in the north, but no doubt harvest is going to roll on very quickly now. In the irrigation space, we are seeing the last of the cotton refuge starting to go in now, and there it's largely up and way at the moment. Also, we are seeing corn and some sunflowers starting to go in as well as the crops of choice this season. Now, of course, the irrigation season is all about water, and that market has jumped again this week. We're now seeing Murrumbidgee temporary water trading at around that $650 a megalitre, so that's certainly jumped in the last 2 weeks, and it is an indication of the limiting resource that we have here. If you're down the Murray system, we are sitting on 610. Bore water, lower Murrumbidgee, trading at that 230, but I would indicate there that there is some upwards pressure there. So there's a few sales starting to sneak around with the numbers a bit higher than that. So if you are looking and need to be in that temporary water space, please jump on and get that locked in sooner rather than later. We just don't know where the demand's going to be if people need to finish crops later in the season. Now, speaking of bore water, I do have a significant parcel of Zone 2 temporary water at the moment. We can break it up into a number of different amounts, but if you are looking to secure your position now, please give me a call today and lock that in. Vendor's pretty keen to get some deals locked away sooner rather than later, so your opportunity is now, before this price does rise, to lock in and get some of that water onto your account. Now, please also be aware that water transfers on groundwater are taking an extraordinary amount of time to transfer from one well to the other at the moment. This is due to the large volume of applications that are being put in there, and some transfers are taking in excess of a month to get approved. So if you think you're going to need excess water towards the end of the season, make your plans early and get those water transfers locked in and underway so when you need it, it's there. Now, I do also have a buyer of mid-Murrumbidgee groundwater at the moment, so if you've got any of that, please let me know there, and we'll set you up with a trade as well. In livestock markets this week, well, probably in the Wagga sale yard, steady she goes is the word at the moment. The National Trade Lamb Indicator is sitting around 770 cents per kilo carcass weight, with the still number of lambs going down to that Victorian space. The Eastern Young Cattle Indicator sitting at 500.75 cents per kilo carcass weight. A lot of demand there for well-grown, well-framed stock that are going into that feedlot market. So obviously they're buying and finishing a lot of cattle at the moment. The mutton job, well, it's really, really strong at the moment. It was quoted at 555 cents, but in Wagga there's a number of different sales with numbers going well up over 600 cents per kilo carcass weight. The standout being a Penna Merino used that sold for $242 a head, and a Penna Crossbred used that sold for $235 a head, which brought the numbers up to 610 cents per kilo carcass weight. In rural property this week, well, we do have a new listing at the moment, a very good agricultural investment with exceptional returns at the moment. Ideal as a standalone investment or a complementary one for a great large grain producer. The numbers behind this investment need to be seen and worked out to be believed because they're absolutely fantastic. And the scope of this business and the potential there is quite considerable. Now, I'm probably going to leave a little bit of mystery about this one, but if you are interested, please give me a call and we'll go through some more details there. But what I will say, the results are there to be seen by all, and it is a good opportunity for somebody to secure their long-term future in agriculture. Now, on the demand side of things, I do have an active and qualified buyer looking to acquire blocks of land in excess of 5,000 acres, ready and primed for dry land cropping. Ideally looking for above 5,000 acres, but also opportunities to put together 2 or 3 properties to make a production hub there to run as one. So if you know of anyone that might be looking at testing the market at the moment, please tell them to give me a call. Now, in ag tech space this week, I listened to a very interesting podcast from somebody I know quite well, Murray Shoals Farms down near Colcan there. He's a Nuffield scholar, and he speaks quite a bit about the place for GM crops in our system here, and also a fair bit around his decision-making on farm. He's a very practical operator and quite a good farmer, so well worth a listen. I've included the link here in our newsletter today, so please, if you get a chance, have a listen to Murray. He's certainly somebody that's always been willing to run a very open book and sharing his experiences. So if you're going around the tractor or header in the next couple of weeks, have a listen to Murray and see what you think there. Now, as always, if you'd like any more information on any one of our properties here today or anything else, please give me a call at any time on 0488 594 450. I look forward to talking to everyone again next week. Cheers.